done uploading the Demyansk pocket playthrough. Hey, my peeps, it is the Goose Man, and this is a special conversation with Richard Martin around the Napoleon difficulty and where I am after 41. So I better share my screen. And that is done. Oy. I'm so not. It's been so long. Share your screen. How you doing, Richard?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Hmm. My children are doing well. Work is going well. I think I'm just kind of chilling and enjoying the moment.
Enjoying the fall season where you're at?
Oh yeah, I mean, the fall is good. It looks like it's going to continue to be good for a couple more weeks. Um,
We are experiencing quite the Indian summer over here in Iowa. It's getting to the 50s, 60s at night, but in the daytime it's getting close to the 90s for highs. So, and we're getting some rain. So, as far as foliage, there's some leaves that are falling, but it's still very green, very green outdoors. So just
mhm.
taking a look at my custom difficulty, that's set up correctly, correct?
uh, e- uh, let's see, normal. Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. How has the AI experience buff been? I haven't been watching, but I'm curious.
I'm 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 not understanding. What do you mean?
You have a buff on the AI experience, and what has that been like in 41?
They're much more aggressive on me than I remember the uh, the normal playthrough. But my son played Streets of Moscow. For example, Streets of Moscow. It was they were very aggressive, and I found my
Okay, there two there's 2 stars, right? And so they would be 2.5 stars for Streets
no
of Moscow.
Streets of Moscow. They were still one star. Many of the units were 1 star. There were some units
I
that were 2 stars.
I thought that they had 2 star. A counterattack group had 2 star units.
No, not from what I could see. It was um,
Okay.
their hold on the cavalry that holds that has the T-34 41 hidden unit that had 2 stars, and I believe the guards, the 15 strength guards that you think is a conscript, but it's not. It's a 15 strength guards. I think that has 2 stars.
So even wow, so that actually made a difference. So it's harder if they're more aggressive.
Yeah, yeah. The because I'm also operating with very obsolete equipment, in my opinion. Not what I
Hmm.
found shocking was that my my J1, um, that here, this is the last one I did. Um, they still attacked it. That's my best tank, and it had 2 stars at the time, and they still would attack it. But my son said, "Yeah, they'd do that even if it's three stars, and you still have it over strength. They still kind of attacked it." I'm like, "Oh, they do."
I think you have to use a hero unit, if I'm recalling, to block, or you have to ambush to not have that problem, or have more artillery. Like you have to have strong artillery backing it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna give replacements to this one, and you can get a feeling for how much prestige I have after selling the captured unit. And yes, you did see that correct. It was at 2 strength. Demyansk was quite a animal. Look at that, two
I get rid of
strength.
the Char B. the Char V is for sure obsolete.
Well, I plan on upgrading it to, like a Tiger or something like that
Oh, okay.
eventually. I did get
But
movement on
it don't deploy a Char V in 42.
him. I probably will, just till I can get it up to at least 2 stars. I want to try and work as much as possible to get as many units to uh, three
Deploy it at
stars.
Simferopol. Do it at Simferopol because there's safe ways you can get some kills there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, maybe even in the first scenario, but don't have it on the front lines.
Well, instead of going through each unit, unless you'd like to do that, I have a nice little setup by Locarnus. He went through my units that I have and gave me a long list. And what it is,
Oh
it's
my God.
this is the unit type. This is its transport or potential transport. This is its current hero. This is the
Okay.
nickname, subscriber name I gave it. This is the kill. This is the experience, and this is the suggested upgrade in the coming scenario or the next or few scenarios. So I thought this was a nice breakdown to kind of
Fill
cleanly
me out
look
real
at it.
quick, Goose. Did you get a decisive victory on every map so far?
No, Maudlin, I opted for the marginal
Okay.
instead of even trying, but that's the
Okay.
only one
Outside of modeling.
outside of
Wow.
Maudlin
So
since then.
even under pretty severe restrictions and a unit of one, you were able to still get decisive victories. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
Streets of Moscow was the most tenuous Vyazma. The way I tackled it, um, I didn't have a problem with. But the Streets of Moscow, I felt the first two recordings. I recorded in 4 recordings, 6 days in each recording. The um, the push that I did the first two was very safe and limited in the damage that I took. But I felt rushed by the last two to take as much as possible. So I set myself up for some. I lured many of their units out that they went and attacked. And because I had artillery where it was, it diminished their capabilities of damaging me, but I still took damage. And then that allowed for the last. I was really worried about attacking that central Kremlin area, um, but I had enough artillery there and was able to take it out relatively easy.
did, did you
The
find
hardest was taking the that cavalry out. Thank God it does not give itself replacements because I just slowly whittled it away with fighters and then eventually brought
did,
units in enough time to
did
take it out.
I'm curious, did you find my live playthrough traps useful
Yes,
that I did a
I
long time ago?
yes
Okay.
on the ultimate difficulty, I used yours and Soren's and I looked at Bricada's, but I thought Bricada's ended up just too crazy. That he did a complete left wing or left hook up to get just
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
core, just the bonus units, and I ended up going for
Oh,
the right
but
hook.
by the way, Soren's current playthrough is very enlightening, and he's using some different tactics from time to time that you might find helpful.
Oh, I do.
But
I always find Soren's
he's
useful.
he's always making some nice improvements. So
Yes.
okay, so we're looking at your this discussion is about what to bring into West, right?
No, I'm actually
Oh,
the West. Uh, I get to bring everything, eh, but with the caveat that I'm setting out my own parameters based on the Napoleon difficulty. He's going to set it up so you don't lose all your core units,
oh, that would be amazing.
and but I
I
still have
didn't like that.
but I have to get rid of all the extra units that they give me. I have to use just my core units that I have, but I'm going to like deploy them. I think it's 13, 12 or 13, something like that, plus the 4 SE units, I'm going to deploy those on the first scenario, and those that are the ones that I can deploy on the next scenario. I have to see how many units. I think it's 4 on the next scenario that I get, and I'm going to disband them after that scenario, and then allowed to bring 4 new units that are in my core. So I'm going to do it
Wow,
that way. So
that's
every
a
time I
big
get new
difference.
units, yeah, and plus getting rid of
I
all the
like that better.
heroes. Yeah, getting rid of all the heroes. But I kind of want to keep those Panzer Grenadiers that you get in that one battle. I like those.
Uh,
They're useless, but they're
well,
fun.
you can sell them,
Yeah,
right? They're
yeah,
probably worth
100.
because they're in the half track.
Yeah,
But well, you're doing a no hero playthrough, right?
right.
Yeah, see, the no hero aspect dramatically changes everything.
Very
You
much so.
can't use Oladir to hold an entire sector.
Right, right. Broderick with the
Okay,
attack 3, he is by far and away my most prolific killer, and I still don't have a second hero.
I'm astonished at the low kill counts.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm
I'm
trying
a
to,
little confused. Why are the kill counts so low?
because one, they can't buy any units. So I'm sorry, they buy units, but they can't buy any extra units. So
Oh,
they're what is it?
damn.
Yeah. So I can't milk anything. The closest I can do
Oh, that's not true.
the closest I can
You
do to
can milk.
milking is killing or damaging their units and letting them build back and then damaging them again. But
Yep.
I'm not the best at that. I like killing them.
Yeah, Soren is showing a lot of refinement on this, on how to get XP on severe penalties there. Like infantry and half tracks hitting artillery does a lot for XP.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things he discovered. Okay, so that could explain that. So what do you want to ask about?
Well, I wanted to go over the various units and possible up upgrades and thoughts on where I should what I should utilize. So he's given a nice little color breakdown of high kills or high experience and kills, low experience.
Mhm.
So this is my Italian infantry. So he's only been utilized in 41, and so of course he
Mhm.
has low experience, low kills. Um, I need to start using Goose a lot more than Daniel S. But Daniel S. does has so much use. It's hard for me to let go of Daniel S. because he's
I'm a little worried about the anti-tank situation.
oh because I only have the 5 pack.
Yeah.
Well, this is also kind of an anti-tank, the Panzerjaeger
Oh,
35R, and apparently I'm going to switch it in the third scenario for some kind of upgrade that he's leaving a little
I
bit of
think you need another one
a. Well, with that, I
besides two.
so he likes the idea of me upgrading this Panzer 3 Dr. G to a StuG 3F because remember I can make
Okay.
tanks into anti-tanks, but I
Okay.
like the idea of using um, Night Phoenix with the attack 2 and making him because he'll have 3 stars. Here I'll show you. Where is he? He got a lot of damage in Demyansk. Where are you? There.
That's okay.
But
You can
giving
convert him to an anti-tank. That's
that's
true.
that's what I think I'll do. I think I give
Hmm.
him elite. I know I could keep him at 2 stars, giving him regular, but I really want him to have 3 stars of experience so I can so he's stronger as the StuG 3.
I, I agree with that.
Okay.
You're really crippled on prestige. This is good. This is the way, the Germans were not just drowning in prestige for equipment replacement costs at the end of the Battle of Moscow. They were really hurting.
Yeah. Yeah. and
This
that is
is
for sure.
this is gonna make life hard, like really hard for you.
Yeah, I love it. It's
It
Locarnus
feels
says this.
historical.
Well, the units that I can use are so limited in what they're capable of. He
Hmm.
Paramecium got a defense 2 in the last scenario, and then I need to work with 7 bowls, so I could upgrade him to the T-34-41. But if I do that, I feel like I shouldn't deploy him because they have a bonus unit that you can get for season this that's a T-34-41. So I kind of want to keep it a T-34-40, and so I can deploy it and attack with it. Since
Can,
they.
can you upgrade later? Can you upgrade that to a KV?
Yeah,
Are you allowed to do that?
but I already have a
Okay.
KV.
Okay. So, because I'm trying to, I think in 42 that's fine, but I'm wondering what happens in 43 because I would not want a T-34-40 in 43.
No, yeah, I get that, but I can upgrade it to T-34-41 uh, later,
Okay.
and then I believe I'll be able to upgrade it eventually to T-34-43, and then eventually to
Okay.
a KV, or no, that I think the KV-1B will be able to upgrade to a KV-85, and this will be able to upgrade to a T-34-76 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. This feels good. Like that's kind of yeah. So the Germans of 42, especially East, were just putting together whatever bullshit they could find.
Right.
Right, the scraps.
Right. Right.
um, like
And
they
I.
didn't have completed divisions. They were desperate. They were very low on equipment.
Right. This Matilda is so hard to utilize because he only has 3 movement, so that I would have liked
I
movement
don't
on
think they
him.
had any of those at this point, but I could be wrong.
Mm. I want to upgrade these eventually to bigger, better tanks. I'm going to upgrade this to the Simovente. I'm looking forward to that, being able to explore it in the artillery and the anti.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow, that's so interesting. It's artillery and anti-tank, kind of like the
Artillery
Russian
and tank.
artillery units.
I don't
Or
think it
it's
has anti.
artillery and tank.
Well, yeah, that's it.
Wow, this is so interesting, actually.
Yeah, I got. I think it's 6. Where is it? No, he doesn't have it separated out. I have it separated out. Give me 1 sec. I think it's 6 Italian units.
Okay. I mean, especially going east, that's fine. There's definitely some mixed German Italian divisions.
Well, I wanted to try and utilize some of the satellite divisions that they have, and I think I might be able to get an SE unit that is a different nationality too, but they'll always, sorry, they'll always be German. So like Dimitri is an Italian infantry, but I think he's going to have like different nationalities, like Romanian, maybe even
Oh, do you have
Hungarian.
standard infantry 42? Do they have a higher heart attack? What's the
Yep,
difference?
it's 1 extra heart attack, based on them
Okay,
learning
that's
better tactics
that's true.
against anti tanks
Yep,
or against tanks after 41. That's his reasoning for
I agree with
giving the
that.
upgrade. Yeah, and what's nice about the upgrades on the SE side that they're all in family, all of them.
I have a question. Where are the pioneers? Where are the grenadiers?
I have 1 grenadier, you,
Where?
and you have
Okay.
451 kills, 246, and I gave you the best transport. he wanted to see how they work with a transport. I don't like using transports because it's super expensive, but he wanted to see it, so I did it.
There were a few around. It's okay, especially in the SE. But yeah, that's fine.
He's not SE. My SEs are
Mm,
Broken Pioneer, this guy, the Cavalry, and the Italian Infantry, and this. Where is it? This guy. And so I have like anti tanks because all my AA can be in anti tank mode, or at least
how much air
tank mode.
and how much anti-air do you have? I would definitely get
This
more if you don't have
one,
a lot.
I have a lot. One, where'd they go? Two, three, the tanks. Four, five. Yeah,
Good.
five.
That's good. It's a good number. Because your airplanes suck, so you're gonna
So
need some help.
my 88 has a movement one. My SDKFZ 71 has an attack three, and I have yet to get
Mm,
heroes on these three. My Air Force is doing great. My E7 has D defense 3 and 307 experience. My F4
damn.
has D3 defense 3 and 303 experience. I've tried to use them less in 41 just on the scenarios that I needed that extra punch, and I wanted to get them each up to 3 stars of experience, and I accomplished that on Couch Official, entered that realm in Demyansk. And then I'm trying to use these. These are the 2 Italian fighters. I'm trying to use them as much as possible, but it's hard. And then I'm going to start using this now that I can upgrade him to an A3, and Alvarez will start getting experience. But at least I have the ones that I've been utilizing. I'll have at least a star of experience, which helps
Hmm.
greatly.
That's a little concerning. I think you're gonna need 4 planes that are 3 stars
Mm.
just to be competitive. I think you're gonna need 4.
Well, I'm hoping to get these Italians up to snuff and him up to 2 stars by the end of 42,
Okay.
and Alvarez up to a star.
Your AA is gonna have to do some heavy lifting.
Absolutely. And what sucks is they can barely take out 3. I have to set up traps in order for them to hit anything.
Yo,
Yeah.
fighter bombers look good.
Yeah. Yeah. I got attack 3 in Streets of Moscow with Arato, and he wants me to upgrade it to the HS 129, which will make it attack bomber, because it's the only one that has 11 rate of fire for a plane. But I don't want to do it until I lose that 2 over strength, because it's a hard hitter for tanks, and I need some tank
Hmm.
killing action. Because CMBB fan, I am missing Rudell. Let's just put it that way. Their bombers aren't near as effective as the regular games bombers. Like I'm watching Soren and he's taking out 9,
Yeah,
8 every time he attacks a tank. I'm taking out 3, 4. It's bad.
your situation is much more realistic.
That's true.
That's
And none of my straight strat bombers, even have close to a hero. They're close to max.
I would actually argue you could get another one. You might want another one.
I do have another one, but he's an
Oh,
attack strat bomber. So
okay.
I got
You're good.
all I got all 3 versions of strats. I was thinking I was going to buy or get a Italian one because I love the God, what the heck is it called?
It could be an argument for a fifth one. I'm just, is it worth it? What is it?
Not the can't see, but the Piaggio. I love the Piaggio. I think it's one of the best strat bombers of the entire war. But I I opted for just the 6 Italian units that I have. The
Okay.
the 2 planes, the the AA, like the Italian 88, the 2 infantry, and this tank.
Yeah, your core is interesting. That's tough. That's like you're gonna have to set traps. You're gonna have to, I don't know. You have a lot of really weak tanks. The 30AT needs to go, or it needs to be upgraded. That thing is
Oh, it's going to be a Martyr.
really. Oh, okay, good. That's not good. Like I don't want to see that 30AT and 42. Uh, that's he's gonna get smoked. Um,
It stinks that
Panzer fours, yeah.
I can't make an F2. I should I think I should be able to because that's what you can in the regular game, but nope, I'm still left with an F1. So I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna give Rimski a rest because he's got a lot of kills. Why isn't it coming
hmm
up?
And I believe even in 42, it was like 3-to-1 ratio of Panzer threes to Panzer fours
Oh, there are a lot more Panzer
on the east.
threes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, see, Soren needs some exercise. Need to get him up to 2 stars. I haven't used him since 40, so I think I'm
What is he, a
upgrading.
Panzer three? What can you upgrade him to something
Yeah,
useful?
Panzer 4F plus, which will give him some better defense, better attack, but nothing
hmm
spectacular. Goose boy is a
Panzerjaeger's looking good.
ah, ah. I'd feel better if I could have upgraded to a StuG, but I have to keep it a Panzerjaeger because of the rule of one.
Oh, you're only allowed one StuG, but you can have different variants of the StuG, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I do. I have the where is it? This is a StuG 3B and this is a StuG 3E. So I very much
Because there's
enjoy.
different variants.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit 43, you should be getting so much equipment.
Yeah.
And like I think these problems will resolve themselves. Um, there's going to be so many choices.
What's cool is there's a heat ammo version of the 7.5. Uh, I'm sorry, the 10.
Whoa.
This it doesn't look like an improvement, and it doesn't cost anything extra, but right there, it gives you better attack and
And you have initiative. Initiative's not nothing.
right. And he's super close to getting a
Yeah.
hero.
God, you have so much equipment and choice. That's wild.
It makes it fun. I like having this variety. This F4 is the best fighter that I have. My other one, Von Thurgen, is an E7. I could upgrade him to the F2, but I like the extra attack. I know it's a lot less initiative. I like them being different class E versus F, and
Uh-huh.
I'll upgrade Von Thurgen to the G when it becomes available. Which the way Locarnus explains it. Oh, it's not here. He did it on one of our broadcasts. He explains that the G is like a side upgrade because it's still not. The F4 is still what he would say is a better plane than the G model. Um, I forget what his reasoning was, but he's done a lot of research on these various planes. This guy, I'm looking forward to go upgrading to the Falco. That's a nice.
Wow.
That's a nice upgrade.
I have a question. How much infantry do you have? I didn't. Do you have nine?
I have. Let's take a look.
Counting the SE?
One, two, three,
One,
four,
two.
five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yep.
I think you should get one more, if
This.
possible.
Well, that's the thing is I have my core. That's this is the core that I will have. The only thing that's coming left
Okay, you're gonna run on nine?
is the yeah is the SC units that come later because I have
Well, you're getting tanks, SE tanks later, right?
no, I can't. They never come. I have to work with the crap equipment that he assigns SC status. This is the SE
Is he
stuff.
giving you more SE infantry?
What do you mean?
So are you getting more SE units of any kind?
Yeah, no, I'll get. I'm sure I could get 5 on 41 or 42. Um, I I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, SE limits set to 5.
Yeah. So are you going to get a tank or infantry?
I can't get a tank. There are no tanks available.
So
Again,
you okay? So you're getting another SE infantry?
I will have to, or an
Okay.
anti-tank.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's merit in 42.
Well, in my opinion,
Um.
my unless he gives me another minor country, I will probably make it the standard infantry and then upgrade it to the 42 when after I get a star of experience or whatever. Because again, these are all in-house upgrades.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with you having 9 infantry for Stalingrad.
Well, I'll have 10 because I'll have another SE in
That's
there.
okay.
Yeah.
I think 10 is okay, but that you're still in for a hard time.
Oh yeah. At least I've gotten relatively really good heroes. Although getting initiative
Oh,
on an
initiative on the paratrooper?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that is really nice. He hits first almost every single time, and I got initiative on my Italian infantry, which doesn't improve them
That's
too
good.
much.
They need it.
Yeah, they need a lot, but I like using them as bait to draw out their units to attack.
Are they cheap? Are they cheap to replace?
Yeah, 42 for elite.
Wow, elite replacements is 42.
Yeah,
Damn.
look at that. This is 46. This is the
Okay,
most
I like the cavalry is a little more expensive. Yep.
more.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like this. Actually, there's some benefits to that on the your prestige situation is really concerning, so that's helping.
Yeah, I don't think
How many times have you ever, let me ask you this, Goose, have you ever seen anyone start 42 with less than 6,000 prestige?
no, not that I can think of.
I
Even
think
even
even
my
deductor.
even my playthrough when I did it on the super difficult that I did 25% experience, 25% um, prestige, and the units would slowly go up in strength. I had I believe it was over 20,000 by the time we got to Stalingrad. I don't expect to get. I plan to maybe be at 12,000 by Stalingrad, maybe.
Um, I do think
I'm just
you
gonna
should
give
get a
this regular
prestige.
replacements. Is that
I
right?
think as a part of the mechanic, you should get a prestige boost right after Sevastopol because the German divisions did receive tremendous reinforcement.
Well, one of the things that he's set up, that he's testing out, we're going to test out with this 40. It's not set up yet, but for the next upgrade, is that I'm supposed to get 100% for surrender prestige instead of 50%.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Hey, you'll take it. This
you're
is
right.
you're that's cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how that changes the dynamics of things. And since I'm such a, nutball about getting surrenders wherever I can, that should help a lot. Mm, that's right, elite.
The other
So
thing he could consider is maybe you get some bonus prestige from capturing certain objectives.
I think I'm doing okay.
I I you're gonna be doing okay until you're not. That's my response to that.
Yeah.
You're already blowing 1100 prestige just doing reinforcements.
Oh, did I? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I still haven't done upgrades and overstrength and. that kind of thing.
Well, on the other hand, for this battle, Germans were pretty desperate.
Very.
So, they weren't fighting with a great equipment.
So, so I guess I'll be working with Soren as the F, doing the F1 plus, and then the F2 in the second scenario, and that should help bolster his attack capability. Yeah, I want to use Singer, my Matilda, to get him higher kill count. I need to use 7 bowls.
You could use,
But
you know
what were
what?
you
You could
saying
use the
about Delta
Matilda.
66 focusing on his tanks, getting kills or something? I think that's
He
overkill.
was focusing on units with high kills to get their second or third hero because the experience cap on the West hits you, and focusing on experience doesn't make any sense at a certain point. So he
Oh,
switched the focus to kills because not he didn't have all max heroes. Um, what do you do when your experience is capped?
oh, in 40, in 44 or 45,
Yeah,
45.
both years, which made a lot of sense to me.
I don't even think I'll reach the max experience. I forget what it is in Flamm.
What's
Only,
funny is you're gonna get to the point. I think you're gonna get to the point you can't do elite replacements, and I think your units will slowly degrade,
oh please. I think I'll
and
be
that would
okay.
be very historical.
I have
I mean,
one,
look at your
two.
units.
I know.
What's crazy about this is super realistic. A lot of elite German fighting infantry units were wiped.
Right.
I mean, like that counterattack in Moscow severely crippled the fighting effectiveness of the entire Eastern Front. Um, and it was not easy for them to rebuild from that.
What's actually been a surprising, at least to me, is the effectiveness of this fighter bomber, this Ju-88. Since I'm able to keep him at 3 stars and switch him between a fighter and a bomber, he's getting good kills and great
Hmm.
experience.
And I think that's also historical. The German Air Force was still very good
Yeah,
through
I just
most of
never used
World
a
War II.
Ju-88 in that fashion because he's got an initiative hero and he's got 3 stars. He does very well. And
Dude, that's actually, I think that's really,
what is
this is
that?
just really interesting.
I don't understand what happened to the
Oh, is
graphic.
there an air? There's pro is your file size so big that, oh, that's weird.
That was that was weird. Um, yeah,
Man,
this thing.
you got a really interesting, it's almost like you're just going through history here. This experience distribution makes a lot of sense. Your planes are doing way better, which I think that is absolutely true.
These are my these are my bad boys. Getting the Italians up to speed
And
that
the ant
takes some doing.
and I think I think your anti-tanks are doing well. Which would I think that's reasonable.
The thing that absolutely
The Germans,
stinks is this Gigaduru. I went through this whole process to switch him from a recon to an anti tank because I wanted the movement to be utilized, and it just is not on frozen ground. So I have movement, and even if I was to get movement again, it still would only go one because of the
hmm
parameters of frozen ground, and that sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on this setup, but I have to wait till the upgrade. Oh, I gotta get going. Hey, real quick,
yeah.
um, just just curious. Um, are you following the politics a little bit?
I try not to, but I'm aware of what's going on.
Okay, do you know why Kamala keeps saying the the children of the community are the children of the community? Why does she keep saying that phrase?
I think she's not a good public speaker.
Okay.
And I think that she would benefit from mastering the professorial laws. Like she needs to not fill empty space. So some people think that when there's empty space after a sentence completes, you have to talk. And
Mm,
actually, most of the time, that's not the case. Talking less is more. Um, and I don't think she understands that concept.
I would
So,
agree. I would agree. I just didn't know if you had if you understood the context more than I did, and I'm just missing something.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But Trump's not. Trump's public speaking is not good right now either. So,
I am I
uh,
one of the biggest shocks for me is the fact that he is one of the most narcissistic people I know exists in the world, and he has not really talked about the assassination attempt. Why? Why?
I think he's suffering from PTSD. I
Yeah.
think he's. I don't think he's recovered from it,
Mm.
and I also think he has dementia. And
Dementia.
yeah,
That was.
he's really really bad. Like you can see that he can't think as clear. Not that he was always the clearest speaker, but if you look at the way he was talking 2016, 2020, he's clearly lost the step.
Hmm.
I just, you know, it's we if I were to list the three worst people I would want to vote for, it'd be like Trump, Biden, and Harris, and here we are. Like, so that's what I have to say.
It's like we're darned if we do and darned if we don't.
Hey, the
Oh,
good news is, Goose, it doesn't matter who wins, life will get worse.
yeah. I think that's a safe bet.
That's there you go. Those are your words of wisdom or from me for the week.
Thanks, buddy. I'll see
Yep.
you on the next one. Thank you again.
Yep.
Hmm. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, how do I end this? Disconnect. And as always, stay Lutheran, my friends. Thanks for watching.